Hey guys, I just wanted to open this up with a little disclaimer. As many of you I'm sure are aware, Chandler Biggins is going through quite a bit of health issues at this time. The next few weeks of the podcast were previously recorded. We'd gotten together and recorded a bunch of episodes just so we can prepare for our trip to Wrestlemania week and Wrestlecon and stuff like that. We weren't sure if we were going to be able to have internet access to upload new episodes of the podcast, so we recorded a bunch because we were planning on being down there for over a week. At this time, I'm going to respect his privacy, and I'm not going to give away too many details on the situation. But I will say he is still in a medically induced coma. He has been for over a week, and the doctors think he has made quite a bit of progress, and he is headed towards the road to recovery, hopefully. But he has several more surgeries planned. I'm going to respect his privacy. That's really all the details I'm going to give on the situation. But they are hopeful that he will recover. So I just wanted to give a disclaimer so people didn't hear his voice and think everything was fine and back to normal. The next 3 weeks are episodes that we had previously recorded. A lot is going to determine whether we're going to continue to do this podcast or not. But let's hope in the next 3 weeks things are back to normal, or at least we have an idea of what's going to happen going forward. So I just wanted to give a disclaimer to everybody so you understand the situation. I will continue to try to keep people up to date on the AIW social media outlets and let people know of his progress. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy the next 3 weeks of the podcast. He would have, I was kind of like up in the air on whether I should release these or not. But after talking to some people, they all agreed that Chandler would probably be really mad if his situation had a negative impact on the podcast and these episodes didn't get heard, because I think they're 3 of his favorite episodes that we ever recorded. So, like I said, going forward, I don't really know what the future of the podcast is going to be. I haven't really thought about the future of the podcast, to be honest. I've just been kind of thinking about, hoping that he gets better and he's back to normal. But I'm going to release these, next 3 episodes as scheduled, and then I don't know what's going to happen from there going forward. So tweet him and show him your support when he wakes up. He's definitely going to need it. Thanks.
The following podcast is brought to you by the Ebb Tide Treatment Center. Many people wrestle with addiction. You don't have to. Reach out to the Ebb Tide Treatment Center, where they wish to empower each individual encountered with the support, hope, and tools required for long-term sobriety, priding themselves on providing the best possible treatment experience for you and your loved ones based on unique needs. They're committed to breaking the stigma that plagues those suffering with addiction and their families by educating and bringing awareness to the community. The Ebb Tide Treatment Center provides individual and group therapy, multiple recovery pathways for support, evidence-based clinical support, integrated aftercare social reintegration, personalized treatment planning, program addressing whole life health, and Vivitrol program, all available. If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, reach out to them at ebbtidetc.com or call 844-430-4357. Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to AIW's The Card is Going to Change. Before we get to the show, first a special thank you to everybody who came out to Gauntlet for the Gold this past weekend. We hope that you enjoyed that show. Let us know your feelings on that, as always. But of course, thanks to our sponsors, one of which, Smart Mark Video, who was there at Gauntlet for the Gold with us. They will have that for you on DVD or MP4 to download and stream. You can always find all of our other AIW shows as well at smartmarkvideo.com. We also want to thank Angelo's Pizza, who not only was there but they also are feeding us here on this Monday as we sit down and record the podcast for you, as always. And make sure you check out Angelo's Pizza on Madison Avenue in Lakewood, Ohio. Award-winning pizza there, as well as plenty of other delicious dishes. Also, shout out to Jack Prince, who takes care of all of our printing and signage, banners, any sort of needs that we have, including apparel as well. Make sure you give them the support. And if you have any of those needs, no matter how big or how small, you can do all of that at jackprince.com.
JAKPrince.com.
Don't forget that promo code, AbsoluteCLE1, to save up to $75 off your order.
Always wonderful. My name is Steve Guy. I'm your moderator of sorts. The voices you've already heard, owners number 1 and 2 of AIW, John Thorne and Chandler Biggins. And on this week's episode, folks, well, we've got a road trip happening for AIW coming up this week. So if you're listening and you are making your way down to the Orlando area, you may just be listening at the same time that we are headed down there as well, because you can go to Wrestlecon in Orlando and hang out with the AIW crew.
Yeah, I mean, you can hang out with me. You could buy stuff. You could bring me bottles of Tito's. That's going to work as currency at the AIW booth, I think.
You could wheel and deal with Thorne on that one.
It's WrestleMania weekend. I mean, that's what's bringing everybody there. As two guys who have been in the wrestling world for such a long time, but now, and even, a great amount of time now as promoters, as businessmen in the wrestling world, is it fun to see what this weekend has grown into and giving people like yourselves, opportunities to do different things down there?
Well, it's kind of weird because we did WrestleMania 23. We ran a show in conjunction with it. And back then, in 2007, it was really kind of a unique idea to run a show, WrestleMania weekend, an independent show.
Because at that time, there was only really Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor, and I think IWA Mid-South Ian Rotten ran in Chicago the year before. But other than that, I think it wasn't like it is now, which I think going to Orlando this week, I want to say there's like 50 some independent wrestling shows.
It's almost overwhelming to an extent because there's so much stuff to do.
And we got an offer to run a show down there, but it just didn't seem feasible. And really, it just seems almost impossible to get fans' attention with so much competition. There's some evenings where there's at least 6 shows running at once.
Yeah, and I think, we probably would have did okay, but I just didn't want to have that burden hanging over me because I'm really looking at this as like a vacation. I'm going for 8 days or something. I don't know, Tuesday to Tuesday.
Well, plus down there, everything's going to be so widespread in Orlando. There's everything's spread so thinly. I think people trying to go, you can't go from venue to venue,
and
show to show.
This isn't in the middle of Texas. There's so much competition, which, Thorne has been looking up to go to the amusement parks. There's the amusement parks.
Right.
There's SeaWorld. There's Legoland. There's Disney. There's Universal.
Busch Gardens, right?
Busch Gardens. Yeah, it's all there.
And that's kind of what weighed on our decision to kind of bow out of, the offer that we received to do a show down there. We just kind of weighed the pros and cons, and it was just I couldn't imagine having that much responsibility in that environment because
and the pressure.
It's not even that. I'm irresponsible at an AIW show. I can't even imagine what kind of condition I'm going to be in Orlando, Florida for 8 straight days, and then I would have to worry about running a show and coordinating a show with all this fucking fun surrounding me.
And let me tell you about how I got the name Chandler the Handler.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Well, we'll find out in the next episode, the recap of this week.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm more looking at it as, in your head, you want to have that big show in WrestleMania weekend, and there's all this stuff, but I just really didn't think that there was anything that we were in the position to bring to the table that would have stood out any more or any less than any of the other shows. So we just decided, hey, let's go and have a presence down there, and let's just do a table at Wrestlecon, because that's so much low pressure and so much lower of a risk for us to where we could have threw all our cards on the table and wound up, who knows, nobody knows how these shows are going to go. They could all very well be very successful, or some of them could not go so well. So
we didn't want us to be in that category of the guys with things not going so well, because we wouldn't have been able to recover from something like that.
Got to protect the brand, brother. Well, and speaking on potentially things getting out of hand, at WrestleCon, sitting at the AIW table, joining you guys. Well, if you're going to WrestleCon, by the way, make sure you stop by the AIW table, buy all sorts of merch, but also going to be there, Sanjay Dutt and Grado himself.
Separate days. Grado will be with us on Friday, and Sanjay will be with us on Saturday. And then we've had so many other people reach out who may be potentially just jumping in on our table throughout the weekend.
But the thing is I got to put over the Chandler Brigands flea market, so space is limited.
Yeah, space is very limited because we were looking at this trip to be it being very thrifty, so we did only purchase one table. So we have a lot of things that fit on one table.
And I'm trying to figure out some kind of shelving system to go underneath the table, above the table. We're going to really try to get some like MacGyver shit going on.
You need Kaplan there, the blue collar guy.
Yeah, but we only get 2 vendor passes. Yeah. So it's us, the 2 most unfucking like manly men on earth. Like we have banners. We don't even know how we're going to put those together. Like fucking it's going to be I don't know the last time we did like a convention like type appearance thing, Silesia Sparks put our entire booth together at the original National Pro Wrestling Day.
We know she's not coming.
So she's not going to be able to make it.
Yeah, because we had National Pro Wrestling Day. We've had like 3 big conventions we've been a part of. It was National Pro Wrestling Day, Icons of Wrestling last April, which didn't go too well.
We had about, I don't know how many tables we had, but it was a lot.
Yeah, we had like 5 tables.
Right, that's Philadelphia.
Yeah, Biggins went all in on that. He bought the 5-table special.
Yeah, I was like, how much to add tables? And then I was just wheeling and dealing with the guy. So we had like a whole aisle of just our shit.
Yeah, so Biggins basically brought everything he had in his house. So that's like the last big convention that we really did. So now we have to try to condense his entire flea market because we understand that people are going to want to buy some of his memorabilia.
Sure.
But we also need to have AIW things available as well because there's going to be people that want that. So it's really been kind of a debate and a dilemma trying to figure out what we're going to bring and how we are going to fit it all on one table.
And that kind of came into how are we going to, because Hornswoggle's big idea was, why don't you both fly down and ship that stuff? And I said, brother, do you know how much shipping costs?
Yeah. And did he have that answer?
He had no idea because he's a leprechaun from WWE.
Where is WrestleCon, by the way, for our listeners who may be headed down to Florida?
The Hyatt Regency on International Drive?
Yes, and I will be a guest of that hotel.
Oh, we probably shouldn't have told people that.
I will tell the people that because when they're going to kick Thorne out of the fountain, I'm going to say he's one of my guests.
Well, yeah, my goal is to swim in the fountain at the Hyatt Regency with
Marty.
Hopefully Marty Jannetty.
Marty Jannetty,
but
would you settle for Al Perez?
No, I don't care if I
settle for Sanjay.
Sanjay is not going to get in any sort of mischief.
Sanjay will probably be in a suit.
Well, Sanjay will be yelling at me.
I tell you what, Biggins, I hope the werewolf doesn't listen to this episode. He might know that you're at the Hyatt Regency now.
I don't know.
I hope you take your knife down with you.
I'm hoping I can get some shit with the Nasty Boys.
There you go.
Are you going to get in the fountain with Psycho Sid?
Oh, dude, my number one person I want to meet and befriend and just become best friends with is Psycho Sid.
I got his number. He just won't call me back.
Yeah, I mean,
I wonder if he's still writing that book.
You guys are going to be at WrestleCon, surrounded by people who maybe are on the wish list to book at AIW, or maybe on the wish list just to say hi to.
My brain might explode.
Yeah, because Biggins' number one all-time favorite current television star is at WrestleCon this year, and I don't know how he's going to be able to contain himself if we're located close to Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Oh, I was not even thinking Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
You're going to lose it, huh?
My top 3. Here's my top 3 at WrestleCon. Jim the Anvil Neidhart. I love him. He's my favorite star of Total Divas. The original African Dream, Akeem, one-man gang.
Oh, my.
And Toot Toot Tugboat.
Oh man, I met Tugboat at a high school fundraiser show in the local area when I was like 14, dude.
Who do you got on the list there? Do you want to see Thorne?
Well, my number one is by far, like no doubt about it, Psycho Sid. I want to become best friends with Psycho Sid. I want to fucking, if somebody knows about pyrotechnics, and you can make me that fucking psycho fire thing that he used to drop down behind him in the ring. I would like that to happen when me and Psycho Sid become best friends.
You know who I'm excited to see?
Who?
One of my favorite guys in the world, Virgil. And you think I'm sarcastic?
I don't think you are at all.
You could ask Thorne how much fun Virgil and I get in together when we're together.
Biggins might be the only person on the fucking whole planet that likes Virgil.
Because we told the
story. Yeah.
We told the story about the convention.
Right.
But since then, there was a show where me and Thorne sat with Virgil at the gimmick table because we had a gimmick table and it was next to his.
I still am a little upset about Virgil wanting me to grab his dick.
I was going to say there's also that.
Yeah. And he kept yelling for J.J. Dillon, who was in the ring about probably a couple thousand feet away, but J.J. could not hear him. And Virgil just yelled, "J.J." the entire time. I was cracking up. And then we were at the Wrestling Geek Fest in Strongsville, Ohio when that ran there.
Right.
And whole weekend, me and Virgil just best friends.
All right, so then my additional list is number 2 is kind of a tie. I couldn't narrow it down. It's really hard to narrow it down. It's Ken Shamrock
Oh, yeah.
/ Mean Gene Okerlund.
Oh, that's a great.
Because I feel like me and Mean Gene could really get into some shit.
I would be jealous if you meet Mean Gene.
I mean, that if I don't become best friends with Psycho Sid, I want to become best friends with Mean Gene or get Mean Gene into that fucking fountain thing that I'm trying to accomplish this year.
I want Mean Gene to go to the midget show and go, "Who's smoking that cigarette?"
Okay.
Have you ever seen that clip?
No, I know what you're talking about. We just don't got a live studio audience here, so your jokes aren't hitting.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
But if you do get in trouble, our lawyer on staff, not Jerry McDivitt, Veda Scott will be there.
Veda Scott will be there. She's been
counsel at large.
Yeah, when Chandler Biggins is not handling me and keeping me under control and out of trouble, Veda Scott is usually like the mother version of keeping me out of trouble.
Oh, and fuck Hornswoggle. We already got a better midget. Little Boogeyman will be there.
Little Boogeyman.
I didn't even get to finish my top 3.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Because I go
right,
Psycho
you have a
Sid,
tie for 2.
Psycho Sid with the whole full pyro, I would hope.
Yeah.
If anybody coming to WrestleCon can make me a Psycho Sid sign out of sparklers or something, I will give you a free AIW DVD. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be bartering all weekend for fucking pyrotechnics and Tito's and vodkas, Tito's and waters.
If you're going to barter for that, for Mean Gene, we need a backdrop that falls every time he talks.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Mean Gene, I feel like me and him could really get into some shit. Like, I feel like me and Mean Gene are going to go to a strip club together this week.
Plus, if you guys are putting together the backdrop, there's a good chance it's going to fall anyway.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
And my number 3, for sure, in my top 3, is Alabama Doink.
Oh, yes. Alabama Doink might be my number 1 now. Alabama Doink.
It's steal my fucking list, dude. You went first, and you already had your fucking top 3. And Alabama Doink wasn't on it.
It was not.
I forgot about Alabama Doink. Alabama Doink, I want to become friends with because we're already Facebook friends with his unmasked name.
Oh,
so
don't reveal that.
I might try to beat Thorne to the punch. I might send him a message going, "Can't wait to see you, brother."
Oh yes, see, I don't know his shoot name. Biggins did a little bit more investigation.
I'm gonna hit up,
but you're driving down, right? Biggins, you're driving down.
I'm driving down.
I'm flying. I'm gonna be there.
Flying.
I'm gonna be there in advance.
Yeah.
But he's coming straight from Alabama to Wrestlecon.
So I want to meet Alabama Doink, and Heidenreich's going to be there, and I hope that I don't have to pay for photo ops because I want to get like a dual like Alabama Doink, John Heidenreich like face off picture with.
Well, guess what?
With like me playing like the Golden Corral like employee.
I'm gonna invite him to go to lunch with me to Golden Corral.
Oh, that is an even better idea.
Alabama Doink.
What? I wonder how far Golden Corral is from WrestleCon. I can't imagine in Orlando.
Oh, it's got to be plenty.
There's not a shortage of Golden Corrals on every block, probably, for the tourists.
Absolutely. Got to be plenty of buffets
and you
there.
think we could get, how much money do you think it would cost? Bring the flip cam with you. Let's get a rematch at Golden Corral.
Well, and just like that, I think we're running a show at WrestleMania weekend.
Yes.
and suddenly a show is born.
Well, see, now as we continue to talk about this, I'm sure people can fully realize why we do not want to run a show WrestleMania weekend, because
We just want to have fun.
So much to do.
I just want to. I do not want any responsibility. I just want to get into trouble with some fucking legends, some non-legends like Alabama Doink.
Okay, Shelly Martinez.
I love Shelly Martinez. Shelly Martinez. She's in my top 3 of another list that is inappropriate to discuss.
Bring her down to the Golden Corral.
You know who I really want to meet at WrestleCon?
Who do you want to mate?
TJ Marconi and Bull James.
Oh boy.
I can't wait for WrestleCon because that story I just told about Virgil, J.J. Dillon will be there. So I'm sure across a giant conference room, you'll just hear, JJ.
Yeah, Biggins was like, one time we went to some deaf wrestling festival, and Virgil was there, of course, and J.J. Dillon was there, and Virgil was just smashing pierogies, standing next to Biggins, just going, JJ, and Biggins thought it was the funniest fucking thing he ever heard in his life, while he was just eating some fucking sour cream and potato pierogies.
Me and Virgil killed so many homemade pierogies. That's when me and Mike Jones became best friends. Who's my
Shoot name.
Shoot names, dude.
Oh, I'm going off the WrestleCon list.
Oh.
Steve Guy, I have a question
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah,
Are
what's
you
up?
going to WrestleCon?
I don't know if I'm going to WrestleCon, but I am going down to Orlando.
Because Carly Perez will be at WrestleCon.
Oh, that is another goal. It's funny that you brought that up, because that's on my checklist. I made a crazy, insane itinerary for myself because I'm really trying to optimize my time in Orlando. And on my schedule is try to get Chandler Biggins to have a conversation with Carly Perez.
I was
at
just going to
WrestleCon.
say, I would kind of want to go to WrestleCon just to try to help forge that.
And
make that happen.
right before he goes to talk to her, I'm going to bring up that sumo squat gift that she sent out on Twitter a couple weeks ago, where she's just in the gym.
Oh yeah.
Well, you
He can't even talk now.
Yep. He just lost. He lost it there.
Let's talk about talking to one of our favorite guys. Terry Funk will be there.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
gonna be bad for
That
Thorne.
would be great.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
you
Me
guys
and-
are
me
from
and Terry.
Cleveland.
Oh, I'm definitely. See, this is the problem with me going, because I'm definitely going to try to be the wild card at WrestleCon, and everyone.
That's going to be hard to do. You realize that, right? With all the
it's
personalities
not.
that are going to be there.
This is my theory.
He wants to set the fuck.
This is my
He's
theory.
going to be the guy that sets
This is
the
my
fires.
theory. This is my theory. Is everyone, all these legends are going to have these handlers trying to keep them under control.
Thorne has no responsibility, so he wants to light the fires.
And I'm going to be trying to enable all these motherfuckers to get in some trouble.
You're going to instigate some shit.
No, I'm going to be like, oh yeah. They don't want you to drink. Like, here's
This guy's
Carrie.
going to get Damian Sandow to rock star a fucking hotel room.
No, I'm not going to talk to them. It's not even on my list of guys I want to meet.
How did we screw up and have Terry Funk at WrestleCon and we didn't fly down Little Guido?
I got to get somebody to get me into WrestleCon. If you're listening to this right now and you're on your way to Orlando and you're going to WrestleCon and you want to buy Steve Guy a ticket, just tweet at me.
No,
I
they're not.
appreciate it.
They're not going to have any money because
Somebody
They're
get
going
me
to blow
in,
it all at the AIW booth.
somebody
they're
get me into WrestleCon.
They're spending all their money on fireworks to make me a Psycho Sid sign.
Oh, that's all right. Listen, just contribute to our AIW Patreon account and send Steve Guy to WrestleCon
Send Steve Guy to WrestleCon.
and also pyrotechnics for John Thorne to meet Psycho Sid.
If you think he can handle Hornswoggle well, do you think you could handle Dink? You think you could be Dink's handler for the weekend?
I don't know. We'll see. That's a lot of little guys running around.
That's really going to be where you for sure can run into us is at WrestleCon, because the whole week I'm going to be I'm going to try to do as much weird shit in Orlando as possible.
You could find me at the bars usually when I go to WrestleMania weekend.
This Thursday, anyone that's in town Thursday in the afternoon, meet me at Moe's at Universal Studios. That's where I'm going to be.
Is that in the studio or just
It's in-
outside
it's
the
in the
complex?
park, man. It's in
so
the
you
park.
got to pay to get in the park and then
Yeah.
go to Moe's?
Yeah.
I won't be meeting you at Moe's.
Oh, I'm meeting Kevin Ford. I'm meeting a bunch of people at Moe's Thursday at Universal. We're going to get drunk on Duff beer, and I'm going to ride some roller coasters and do some fucking 3D attractions.
And you're going to buy one of those $30 huge donuts?
No, I'm not buying anything but alcohol in Orlando.
You're also going to be joined by
Not one bit of memorabilia am I buying.
you're going to be joined by AIW's own bartender Nick Sanka, right?
Oh yeah, we got a whole trip going.
Oh, yeah.
This whole thing is his fault because he bought me a ticket to Orlando for Christmas with no plan, and this kind of forced us to get WrestleCon tables and do all this stuff. Now I'm just gonna be stuck in Orlando for 8 days. I really want to go to Gatorland too. If anyone wants to go to Gatorland with me out there in the fucking audio world, I'm really trying to get in some shit.
All
with some
sorts of
alligators.
things. Kenny Wang, if you're listening and you want to go to Gatorland,
You would be fed to the gator.
I'll see if he'll jump into the gator tank.
You won't jump out of the window. Jump into the gator pit.
jump into the gator pit, Kenny Wang.
Yeah, I mean, I got all kinds of stuff planned. I'm gonna try to experience all the fucking theme parks. I'm gonna see how long it takes for me to get a lifetime ban from Disney.
It's not hard.
On Wednesday. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on how to sneak alcohol in and stuff like that.
You're like a lucky 13 planning a vacation there, huh?
Oh, I don't give a fuck if I ever go to Disney again in my entire life. So this is gonna be a one and done for me.
And I love Disney. All I do is watch Disney vlogs. Thorne's going instead of me. It's
That
very
doesn't
weird.
seem weird at all. Disney vlogs?
Yeah, Tim Tracker, man.
Tim Tracker, man. I'm going to meet him in Florida.
What happens on these Disney vlogs?
He just goes there every day and shows you how the construction's going on.
Oh, they don't talk about movies. It's about the Disney park.
No, like
Oh, yeah. I don't give a fuck about the movies.
Oh, okay. You just love the Disney
Biggins
park.
just loves the feeling of being in the Magic Kingdom.
No, Magic Kingdom's my least park. I like all of them up
Whatever
better.
the fuck they're called. I thought they're all called the Magic Kingdom.
No. Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, formerly MGM Studios, Hollywood Studios, but now they're talking about another name change.
I thought there was only one park. There's
Epcot
multiple
Center.
parks.
All multiple parks, 2 water parks, a boardwalk that you don't have to buy, and then the Disney Springs, which is just like the stores and
How
restaurants.
much does that shit cost?
If that's free to go in, but the prices are crazy.
No, I meant I thought it was just one park.
No, it's like one price. The admission
Yeah.
is just the one park.
You got to pay extra for a park hopper to go to different parks.
Oh fuck! This is
So
fucking
what
up
do
my
you
whole
get?
week.
You got a single park?
I don't got any tickets, man.
You gotta get something, man.
I thought it was just going to a park at the gate.
Yeah, $100 plus probably $150 for a park hopper.
If people,
$100 per park.
No. $100 per park or $150. You can go to all of them.
oh, that's
In
a
one,
deal.
can you do all the parks in one day?
No.
No.
Well, this is fucking up my whole week.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm leaving tomorrow.
I mean, if you're on our Patreon,
Universal
again-
isn't owned by Disney either.
No, they're like bloody fierce competitors.
New plan, man. New plan. I need to come up with a new plan. My whole itinerary is shot.
if people are donating on a Patreon, would you rather have the money for Disney or Pyrotechnics Psycho Sid?
Oh, pyrotechnics for Psycho Sid.
Okay, just check.
That's going to be more of a memory for me. I don't care about...
Disney, you could probably steal some pyro though. They have a lot of pyro exhibits.
Really?
If we steal some pyro to bring it back for AIW shows.
Interesting.
No, too much liability in that. We don't own the Hyatt Regency.
Yeah, no liability for guys with just a table.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Prove it.
And there's a fountain, so then if you catch on fire, you just jump in with Marty and Thorne.
Oh, man. Marty Jannetty. So Biggins, I guess we're going down to Orlando with two separate plans and itineraries. I'll be flying on Tuesday and may or may not be going to theme parks now with this fucking shocking revelation that you guys just brought to my attention. I'm definitely going to go to Universal Studios on Thursday no matter what, though.
All right.
Well,
Biggins, though, is not flying.
not flying, but before I leave my house, I must go and log on to thriftstorejobber.bigcartel.com because the item of the day is all the way from Japan.
Wow.
Yes,
Nobutaka Moribe.
Bob. It's a UWF International wool and leather bomber jacket. It's black with purple sleeves. It's a size medium. It's very rare even in Japan. It's in very good shape. It's only $125. So if you're a Japanese fan who is a medium, which is doubtful, but check out this. It's thriftstorejobber.bigcartel.com. Instagram and eBay, Thrift Store Jobber. And, you know, them getting me riled up for tomorrow when I leave for Orlando with my car full of merchandise to sell to all the great fans.
You're a real fucking Don West this episode.
I hope I'm a Don West in a couple days here.
That was a bomber jacket from Japan?
Bomber jacket from Japan.
I'm trying to get down to a medium. But by the time I touch down in Orlando, I got a lot of weight to lose in a day.
Yeah, on a plane.
I'm trying to get down to fucking slim and trim.
If you get down to a medium in one day, I'll buy you that $125 jacket.
I'm gonna give it a shot. So Biggins, now that you're done with your live reads that you love so much,
Yeah.
what is your itinerary?
Yeah, you riding down there by yourself?
Well, all this merchandise is, talking about merchandise has got me fired up because I am driving to Orlando, Florida with my car full to the brim with every piece of merchandise that I can legally carry across state lines to take to Florida.
Nobody checks you across state lines like it's customs, man.
No, I'm just saying that for emphasis.
Oh, okay. All right. Are you going by yourself or is somebody riding with you?
No, I'm filling my car to the brim.
Just you.
And he refused anybody that was looking for a carpool. He said no.
Yeah.
Because my car doesn't have that much room, and I want to bring every piece of merchandise I can physically fit.
For our one table.
So
for
you're,
one table.
you're leaving on you're leaving tomorrow. Tuesday?
Yes, I'm leaving tomorrow.
So
And
Have you mapped this out?
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, you're gonna have to stop along the way if it's just you to sleep.
Well,
like
yes.
I'm driving down, but there's gonna be
Well,
three
let me
other
tell you
people
about
in the
my
car.
Trip.
Okay.
Tomorrow, I'm driving straight to Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, I know where this is going.
I'm going to go have a drink at Jerry the King Lawler's bar.
A drink? What, a pink lemonade?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, well, sweet tea. It's a side.
Diet Coke with some ice.
Then,
drink.
Because I don't like the menu at the bar.
A drink.
Then I'm going to go
Pink lemonade, no ice,
Yeah,
Mr.
Pure
Lawler.
Leaf. Mr. Lawler, you got pure leaf tea there. Well, Lawler doesn't drink, so to fit in. Then he has a barbecue restaurant there, like across town. There I'll actually probably get dinner because it's actually like the bar menu I don't care for, but the barbecue place.
yeah.
Yes.
You haven't even brought up your most talked about thing about this trip.
Oh, I'm getting there.
Let's get to there. This is
getting
this
there.
is geographical.
So then while I'm in Memphis, I'm going to try to get inside of the WMC studios in Memphis where they tape wrestling all those
no,
years.
man, that's not what I'm talking
I'm
about.
not getting
not there yet.
I'm talking about your desire to purchase a selfie stick for the trip.
Oh yeah, I did buy a selfie stick because I'm going on my own. So how am I going to take pictures of myself outside of these
Because
places?
nobody else is gonna walk by.
I don't trust people with my phone. I've seen European Vacation, man. They run away with their camera.
European Vacation.
You've never seen National Lampoon's Vacation?
That was made in the 80s.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so old. And they were in Europe.
Hashtag Chandler Biggins selfie stick.
Yeah.
So
Conspiracies. here.
Also-
Chandler, the handler of a selfie stick.
yeah, that's how I got the name. So the Jerry Lawler's two businesses, the WMC studios, and I'm going to go to the Mid-South Coliseum and attempt to get in. And if I can't get in, I'm going to take a picture outside of it. And
That's a good fallback plan.
I'm going to try to meet Dave Brown and get a selfie with him.
Dave Brown, the weather clown.
Yeah, Dave Brown, the Memphis commentator. I'm going to drop him an email right now.
Yeah, I was gonna
So
say,
he thinks
he's not just gonna be hanging around.
He thinks he is going to wake up on time to accomplish all this and then continue his voyage to Florida.
Yeah, it's only 10 hours to Memphis.
What time you starting tomorrow?
Like probably like 5 a.m.
5 a.m.
PM.
No, I probably just won't sleep tonight.
You've never been on time in your life.
Yeah, but when I drove to Florida the last time, I left at 4 a.m.
Well, that's because there was other people pushing you out the door. You're on your own schedule.
No,
now.
I did not sleep. We went to a BW3's to a wrestling pay-per-view, and then I just stayed up all night because I was so pumped to go on vacation.
You're like the kid in the Disney commercial.
How old were you on this family vacation?
3 years ago.
Family vacation to Disney.
Oh, who's going on family vacation at Disney this week if they could get a pass?
I'm not taking a family.
No family.
I'm taking chicks.
Yeah, well, I have a
Multiple
family.
chicks. Plenty of chicks.
Plenty of chicks in Orlando.
All right.
So then, from Memphis,
We're not done. Okay.
So
This is only day one.
Right.
This is Tuesday.
Right.
This is Tuesday.
That was Tuesday.
This is like 24 hours from now. He thinks he's gonna be hanging with the king.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't care about the king. I've met him plenty of times.
So Wednesday.
So Wednesday, I'm gonna drive towards Florida.
Towards Florida.
I'm going to attempt to find Hollywood John Tatum at his flea market
Which is in Florida.
in Florida.
Which is how far away from Memphis?
About 6 hours.
That's not that bad.
No,
that's not
I've
terrible.
researched this, man.
I am shocked at the amount of research that he's done.
SEO.
Also-
Because throwback to the bad emails episode where his research was printing out every single email that he
Opportunity.
could find, and then there's emails that were just like, "Hey, who's the booker of AIW?" And he goes, "Oh, here's one to read." And I go, "What's the rest of it?" That was it.
People are dumb emails. So then I'm going to attempt to find Lance Russell, who lives in Florida, and take him to lunch. He's my hero.
Oh,
He's my hero.
So then,
where are you going to take him? Where do you want to take him to lunch? Did you research that yet?
I offered Missy Hyatt to take her to the Kissimmee Medieval Times, but she refused.
Well, that's not Lance Russell, though. Where would you take Lance Russell?
Anywhere he wants.
Oh, anywhere.
Applebee's.
Yeah, Applebee's.
Because you've already got that credit card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm using.
Yeah.
That's what we forgot to mention. Bacon's opened up a whole credit card to fund his entire
Just
vacation,
for the Orlando trip.
Yep.
and he's just buying his hero's dinner.
You know, I got to throw something out there.
Well, lunch. Lunch is cheaper.
Lunch.
Yeah.
on a weekday, no less.
On a weekday. So there's an early bird special somewhere.
You realize as you're driving and you're going like through Tennessee and everything at this time of year, we just had one a few weeks ago in Cleveland, some tornado action. You're going to be by yourself.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, there's a good chance.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see
You
it.
might. You just might.
I believe it when I see it.
All right, so Wednesday, hopefully, fingers crossed, you're taking Lance Russell to lunch at Applebee's.
I will meet somebody on Wednesday.
He wants to meet some Memphis wrestling legend.
Tatum, I don't think ever did Memphis really, but
Well, you were talking about Dave Brown. You're talking about
Yeah.
Lance.
some territorial superstar.
What about going to Scott Steiner's Shoney's in Georgia?
I might hit that on the way home because I'm not going through Georgia on the way down.
Oh, that's a stop I want to make. I
'Cause
want to
it's-
see if Big Papa Pump is at the Shoney's.
Well, he's at Wrestlecon, so
Oh, well, I mean, I'm driving down early
Monday,
enough.
he might have to open up.
yeah. Amen, Rick Steiner.
I'm driving down. I'm leaving late Wednesday night.
Straight through, though, right?
Yeah, straight through. So I'll get there like Thursday afternoon. So I might be able to go to Shoney's and see Big Papa Pump before he goes to WrestleCon.
So then Wednesday, it's just my free day to get to Orlando and Florida. Thursday is when I have to be in Orlando.
Oh, so Tuesday you still wanted to do lunch in Memphis with one of them. Got it.
Not lunch, but it's 10 hours. So
Right, yeah.
No, Wednesday's his free day to try to do lunch.
Oh,
and
Wednesday's the free day to try to do lunch and drive to
drive closer
Florida.
to Florida.
Okay.
But I'm not planning a hotel for Tuesday or Wednesday or, of this week until I'm in the general area, and then I'll find like a cheap one.
Place to stay.
The old name your own price scam, huh?
Oh, yeah. Priceline.com, brothers.
If any of our listeners are in the area and want to house
I only do hotels, brother.
Chandler,
Who do you think I am?
I forgot you have your own currency, high class.
I ain't staying at nobody's house.
But if you were a former wrestling legend of some
if
sort,
Yeah.
Hollywood John Tatum, pull out that rollout couch.
well, I was gonna say he'll buy you lunch if you ever wrestled on Memphis television ever
Yeah.
in your life.
I wouldn't say that because a lot of shitty dudes wrestle on Memphis television.
Wow.
Well,
But
can't win them all.
Thursday, I have to be down in Orlando. I'm staying at the WrestleCon hotel, so we could just have all the merchandise there already, and we have an excuse if Thorne gets in trouble. And
Yeah, I have somewhere to hide and make off to really quickly.
Thursday, the big plan, hopefully, if we could get all our shit together by then, midnight, possibly trying to go to Joey Janela's spring breakout.
I am booked on Thursday to commentate Joey Janela's spring break,
But midnight, that's going to be a long...
You booked to commentate.
but I do not know if I'm going to even make it there.
That's the one show that I would. I think I really want to go.
That's the only wrestling show that I would like
Yeah.
to see.
But that's a long day for you, man.
Janela asked me to commentate because he said he thought it would be funny, and I said I would, but I mean, I don't think I'm really going to make it.
We'll see. I'll try to get you there.
I don't have a car.
I got a car.
handler will
I'm
have-
going to be at Moe's all day, probably, just
I don't think you're going to be there all day.
drinking Duff beers.
They got those beers where they put the dry ice in it so it smokes.
Yeah, flaming Moe's, dude.
Yeah, something. They put cough syrup or something.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Sounds good. I might do some fucking robot testing while I'm down there.
So then Friday and Saturday, those are the key days for us because that's when we're going to be Don West in it.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest concern is waking up on Friday and getting to WrestleCon because my hotel is nowhere near the WrestleCon hotel.
So I might have to set everything up.
I'm at the Malaya Suites.
Hopefully,
Malaya.
we
you might have
haven't
to
got
go pick him up and bring
Michael hasn't sent us our itinerary yet. Hopefully, we could start setting up on Thursday.
him. What time does WrestleCon start?
9 a.m.,
Oh boy,
brother.
I might be man in the
you
stations.
flight solo.
All I got to do is roll down from my bed.
Better meet up with me Thursday and give that that pass.
Oh, I'm gonna make it.
We'll switch off.
I'm gonna make it somehow, some way.
3 p.m. Get
And
the
then
John Thorne
Friday,
text. I'm here.
Friday night we have completely open, and that's when the mischief's gonna happen.
I want to try to go to Access on Friday though, in my major fucking itinerary. But I don't want to pay $55 to go to Access.
Have you ever been?
I went at WrestleMania 18, so a long time ago.
Right.
I want to get my picture with Naomi and the Uzos.
Biggins is trying to hit the whole Total Divas cast.
He really is.
I have a checklist. All the Total Divas. Where's Summer Rae? I got a picture of Summer Rae.
You already met TJ, right?
Yeah. What? He's already good. You know, we got to get all of them.
But he's not on there this season.
No, he got cut.
So Friday night is kind of a free day. We're also going to see if we can get some podcasts together with people at Wrestlecon. We're going to try to hook up with Colonel Robert Parker, hopefully. Maybe Terry Funk, who knows? That guy, I would imagine, has a lot going on.
Yeah, he'll probably be pulled in all directions.
And just whoever we're gonna try to meet up with some people.
Can we talk about the big highlight of my trip? At least I don't know about Thorne.
Oh, we haven't hit it yet. Go ahead.
Saturday night, my favorite podcast besides this one in Colt Cabanas, the Bruce Pritchard Something to Wrestle With live show. Me and Bruce will be talking shop. Hey, it's Chandler.
Are you going to email him and you're going to buy him some doers?
Maybe.
Doers on the Rocks.
I bet he's straight edge now. He got a new job.
I would say, I don't know, 2 months ago, December, whenever I said, hey, I'm for sure going to Florida, I got a flight for Christmas. I wake up, I get a text 2 a.m. Your confirmation, VIP tickets, something to wrestle with Bruce Pritchard.
And a Wrestlecon table. I just bought it.
He goes, gave ourselves a AIW Christmas bonus, man. Bought ourselves some Bruce Pritchard tickets.
Bruce Pritchard tickets and a Wrestlecon table.
VIP, no less.
This is after AIW going broke after the whole shebang.
You wonder why our finances are tough.
Hey, eBay had a good Christmas run.
No, this is like right after Jelly, or right before Jelly the Month Club, actually.
I had a really hot... I did about 10 medium-sized priority boxes of men's magazines, so I was feeling it.
Yeah, Biggins was running hot on the
men's
Kiss cards.
magazines.
Maxim's, Playboy Stuff, FHM.
Oh, okay.
I've been selling my whole collection on eBay. Where have you been the last?
I
guess I didn't realize
I had some Maxims laying around here for you, but I think they got thrown away.
Fuck! That's like $2 a piece, man.
Wow.
They might be up there still behind.
I'm gonna look.
Don't they cost more than $2 a piece when you initially
They
buy
don't
them?
really make them anymore.
A lady was over here and she accused me of having magazine pornography.
Oh, that'd go right on my eBay store.
That's what I said. I said those are worth money. Keep them, but I don't know if they're still around.
Some I get like $4 for.
So
there you go.
I just got $4 for like an Avril Lavigne Maxim.
Oh.
So I am looking forward to trying to get into some mischief with Bruce Pritchard as well, because I know he is the one that likes to party.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I'm gonna ask Conrad if I could be his mortgage broker in Ohio.
You're just trying to get a job.
Yeah.
Do you have a license to be a mortgage broker?
I could get one.
Yeah, you have to like go to classes and get certified.
Hey, man.
There's a whole conspiracy surrounding it.
And I apologize to anyone listening that thinks this is an entertaining episode, because we're just talking about how much fun we're about to have, and you're probably not going to be down here, but I'm going to have a lot of fun.
And we're going to do another podcast about it.
You better believe there's going to be a recap episode.
Because not only are me and him going to be at WrestleCon, but Steve Guy, you'll be having your own adventures without us.
I will. I always go down with the same group of friends, and we go down, and there are all sorts of just ridiculous things to be had. On Saturday night, we always go to a local mall, and we go to the clearance section, and we try to match up outfits, and it's become a thing. And basically, somewhere this started, I think, in like New York WrestleMania, and people think we convince them that we are a boy band cover band. That's not very good.
But you're gonna have no problems in O-Town, brother.
It's me, a black guy, a 6'4", 320-pound dude.
I would say
skinny.
not one motherfucker would believe that, but in Orlando, there's a bunch of fucking weird shit.
They believed it in New York, and it just continues.
No. If you're gonna find boy band clothes in any city in America at an outlet mall,
you got to go to Macy's. We dress ridiculous.
Every boy band came out of O-Town.
Well, that's true.
Dig up the body of Lou Pearlman and be dragging him around with you. Shout out to Lou Pearlman.
I'm going to hang out with my boy Chris Van Vliet. He'll be in town. We'll get into
CBV.
some ridiculousness. So that'll be fun. And then I'm trying to think. We just get drunk and wild. The one friend always falls off the wagon.
That's what I'm doing.
My one buddy is like straight edge all year round, and then he just falls off the wagon.
And
In
then
New Orleans,
he has a drink at Jerry the King Lawler's bar.
yeah, I mean, this guy, he all of a sudden was in love with a stripper after New York and dated her for 3 months after.
Story of my life.
Got himself a hooker in New Orleans and was like doing blow with some homeless guy on Bourbon
Steve
Street.
Guy, there's publicity laws.
Yeah, I didn't say his name. It's fine. Nobody knows. It becomes a maniacal good time.
I can't wait because I've never had a real WrestleMania experience. And the funny thing is, I'm leaving on Sunday. I'm not even seeing WrestleMania.
I'm actually going to WrestleMania.
I'm not going to WrestleMania either. Me and Nick Zanka and his girlfriend, we're just gonna go try to find a bar.
I think you'll be able to find those.
That's showing WrestleMania though.
That's the hard part. That's the key.
That's the hard part.
I feel like every year that I've gone now, this will be my 7th in a row, there are always bars around the venues that are
I don't know
advertised
In
for-
Detroit,
and the hotels.
In Detroit, I went to WrestleMania for 23.
Yeah.
And it was awful. I hated going. The seats were awful. They were $75. They were just awful. Thorne goes to a bar around the arena, sees Joanna Man.
Yeah, Joanna Man was in
What?
The actor, Joanna Man, he was in the bar that we were watching WrestleMania.
I've never been more mad in my life. I paid $75, had a horrible experience. He went to a bar for free and saw Joanna Man.
Joanna Man.
You think there are going to be random celebrities in Orlando because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Florida, right? It's nice weather.
Nick Lachey.
Oh, dude, if I meet Nick Lachey, I'm gonna pound Miller Lights with him so fucking much.
What other celebrities live in Orlando? I'm sure like every celebrity.
Flow Rider's going to be there, right?
Oh,
I would
yeah.
hang out with Flow Rider.
Red light, green light.
Love
Let's
Flow
go.
Rider. That'd be amazing.
Fuck that, dude. Nick Lachey, dude. Nick Lachey.
My head will explode if I ever meet Pitbull.
Well, it's not in Miami. But
No, he's gonna be at WrestleMania because the song is him and Flow Rider. Red light, green
they'll
light.
probably
Let's
be there to
go.
perform then, yeah.
Fun fact about Chandler Biggins, his favorite recording artist of all time is Pitbull.
Mr. Worldwide, fuck you, pay me.
He loves Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
Not to be confused with Worldwide the student. He hates him.
Yeah, but all these celebrities are gonna be around. But I want to play the WrestleMania song constantly, the red light, green light, let's go.
Yeah.
But I feel that I'm going to get a boombox for our table at WrestleCon and just constantly play the, WrestleMania, fighting for our lives, just like that.
Oh, the old
just like
WrestleMania
that.
theme song.
Now we need either an outlet or you fans out there listening to bring us a lot of D batteries.
Yeah, a lot of D batteries. I'll just bring like a alarm clock radio.
An alarm clock radio.
Yeah, that's gonna play the WrestleMania theme.
Why don't you just play it off your phone?
Because I had to kill my battery, brother. I got to be
Oh,
swiping.
yeah, that's fair.
Don't you know anything about Biggins? He's got to check Twitter every 5 minutes.
Oh, like I'm not like every other American in the world.
Yeah, I have no plans of going to WrestleMania though. Sunday's like just my free day to just get drunk and find a bar near. I might like go and tailgate for WrestleMania and then go find a bar. Like I might
that'd be a
pretend
good time.
I might pretend I'm going to WrestleMania and then just not go to WrestleMania because I don't want to sit a mile away. I want to go watch it on TV and get drunk.
I'm curious to see how many of the current big federation stars go out partying because that's always interesting depending on where it is. It's hard to find them in some of these cities that are more spread out.
Isn't next year Bourbon Street again?
Yeah.
Because isn't Bourbon Street just the Fed guys go crazy?
Oh, yeah. We got into some trouble with some Fed guys when we were in Bourbon Street.
I tell you what, man, when I went to WrestleMania 18, I went to Access on like a Friday night. I was 18 years old, stumble into this bar. We're waiting for it because I told the story. We took that taxi cab all the way from Niagara Falls to Toronto. We're waiting for this cab to come back and pick us up. And all these fucking dudes, there's just like this hole in the wall. Like Michael Cole starts buying me shots. And he says it's time to get on the Cole train because it's WrestleMania weekend. And this is like 2002 Michael Cole. He wasn't even like, he was like a backstage interviewer.
Did he have the blonde tips at that point?
Blonde tips, Michael Cole. We're sitting in this bar waiting. We're just waiting for our fucking cab to come pick us up. And Michael Cole stumbles out. And some guy I'm with, he goes,
Allegedly.
He goes, Michael Cole. Allegedly, Michael Cole stumbles out. He goes, Michael Cole. And Michael Cole allegedly was very excited that somebody knew who he was. So then he pulls out this corporate card and he goes, it's WrestleMania. And when it's WrestleMania, it's time to get on the Cole train. And that's the first time I ever drank Jack Daniels in my entire life.
It's a delicious
Won't be the
drink.
last.
And from there, like all these fucking people came into this bar. Like Johnny Ace was in there. I know Biggins would love to have met him.
Oh, that's one of my favorite Total Divas personalities.
The Acolytes were in the APA. Fucking Gold Dust, Earl
that's a
Hebner,
party.
all sorts of people came into this bar. So that was kind of my WrestleMania experience running into people. So I'm hoping that something like that happens again. And I'm hoping like I walk in and fucking like R-Truth is like, yeah, hooty hoo, like fucking whoop, there it is. Let's get drunk.
What if you say, hey, R-Truth, what's up? And he goes, what's up?
That's another.
That would be awesome.
Putting that on the weekend bucket list.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not going to WrestleMania. I'm just gonna see what kind of trouble I can get into.
Shenanigans.
Biggins thinks that he's gonna drive home Sunday morning. I don't think that's happening.
What do you mean?
I think after your night of drinking Doers with Bruce Pritchard, you're gonna wake up and you're immediately gonna book yourself a much more affordable hotel room up the road.
Well, at my schedule, I have it so it's availability on. I could leave anytime on Sunday. I just don't want to be driving at night.
That's why
So you're trying to go straight through.
Oh no! I don't like to drive at night.
Oh.
So I'm gonna drive. If I can leave early enough Sunday, I'm gonna just drive until I get tired of driving. Basically,
Mark
That
my
makes
words.
sense.
Sunday afternoon, you're gonna see Chandler Biggins checking into the Motel 6 up the road. And
it's a sunny side inn next to Busch Gardens.
Yeah, no way he's leaving on Sunday. And then,
How much you want to take a bet?
I'll bet you Biggins bucks. I'll bet you in Biggins bucks.
Oh yeah.
Get hot.
Yeah.
We're gonna end up punching each other in the fountain.
Oh yeah. Are you going to be in the fountain?
Depending on who, if the roster's
okay.
good enough.
all right.
Marty wouldn't get me in the fountain, but if the Shockmaster goes, hey, big man, get in here with me, I'd rip my shoes right off.
All right then.
No, man.
What about Alabama Doink?
You used to go swimming with your shoes on back in the day.
I always had my shoes off.
What if Alabama Doink wants to go in the fountain?
There was parties at Thorne's house
Yeah.
where I did swim in his pool in a full suit. But shoes were off.
Oh. Well, it's not a full suit.
Who wants like wet shoes?
Right.
Who wants wet shoes when you can have a wetsuit?
Yeah. Exactly.
It's a wetsuit. Yeah, there you go.
Well, that's going to do it for our pre-WrestleCon.
Also, anyone there Monday, I have zero to do. And
The Monday after WrestleMania.
Yeah. I have nothing to do. And Tuesday, I'm stuck there till 7 p.m. That's when my flight leaves. So I got pretty much all day Tuesday. So hit me up. I'm going to be fucking bored. Especially after you guys told me how much these fucking theme parks cost.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
I don't know, man.
Which foreshadows, folks, next week, whenever you tune in, you will not get our full WrestleCon recap because we need to make it back. But, you'll get it.
WrestleCon
You'll get it coming
recap
down the
will
road.
be coming in a couple weeks. Next week, we'll have a very exciting episode to be named later.
Yeah. To be named later.
That might already be uploaded.
Good call. So that's going to do it here for our pre-WrestleCon edition of AIW's. The card is going to change. If you are making your way down there, if you're going to be there, specifically at WrestleCon or anywhere else, especially in the area, and you want to contribute to our fun monetarily, I think is what we're getting at, feel free to hit any of us up on Twitter. Use @AIWrestling, at John Thorne AIW, at Chandler Biggins, at the Steve Guy. Any one of us help us brothers out or contribute to our Patreon account.
Yeah, all you fucking people sending Colt Cabana Subway cards and shit, just buy me a couple drinks in Orlando.
Yeah, exactly. Get me into WrestleCon if I'm not in there already
Planet
somehow.
Hollywood Captain Crunch chicken tenders.
And also make me a fucking pyrotechnic Sid sign.
Yes, contribute to
the sign that falls and Mean Gene can say, fuck it.
There you go. So plenty of things for you to do on your way to
Anybody
Orlando.
from Golden Corral Management, please contact me immediately. We have a request.
Yeah, we have a business idea.
There's that as well. So thanks again to all of our sponsors, the Ebb Tide Treatment Center, Thrift Store, Jobbers, Smart Mark Video, Angelo's Pizza, and of course Jack Prince. For Chandler Biggins and John Thorne, my name is Steve Guy. We hope you have a great week. We'll talk to you next week, everybody.
Thanks.
No way you're going home on Sunday.